What's going on, YouTube? So, after seeing my last video, you can quite clearly see in my clear new lens that I upgraded my gear. So I only had one video, but I figured if I'm going to be doing this, I might as well give you the best content I can. So I upgraded my camera, which I was using a GoPro before, not a good choice, to something just a little bit more professional. Anyways, today I think what we're going to talk about is capping off of the pay now or pain later. Let's take that whole theme and talk about the diet, right? So 70% diet, 30% exercise. With that being said, all your weight loss, at least mine so far and a lot of different people's, is going to be with their diet. So I used to eat probably upwards of, 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day. I mean, you don't get 350 pounds by eating celery and salad. It consisted of a lot of fast food, really, for convenience, which, looking back, what the hell was I doing, man? Like, I'm a pretty decent cook and I like good food. But it was just convenience, right? So job stress, weird schedule. I worked kind of a non-traditional work schedule for years and years. So getting that fast food was a lot easier for me. But now that I have a more consistent schedule with my work, just a regular normie kind of Monday through Friday 9 to 5 kind of job, I can plan better. I can meal prep. I can get the things that I need. I can cook fresh food every night, and that has been the biggest change for me. So getting fresh food, getting things that I can make every single day, that is what kind of started me with, okay, I think I can do this because I like to eat. I like to eat that good food. So earlier I talked about in my previous video how I'm on a ketogenic diet. Just to recap, that is a low carb, high fat diet. So I eat a lot of fattier foods, I guess, but that's not like bad fat. I'll use coconut oil when cooking. I'll use organic grass-fed butter when cooking. Oils for dressings. Don't see this as me eating terrible shitty foods every day, but it's more of like a chicken with maybe bacon and cheese, which sounds so crazy, but I swear to you it works. Or I like to make like taco bowls, so salad with ground beef, a lot of avocado guacamole, and then dressings like sour cream and salsa. That's probably like one of my favorites. Or like butter chicken curry. I'm huge into Indian food because of the flavor, but that butter chicken curry is amazing. But to caveat off of those things that I just mentioned, it's all about portion control. So the reason why this ketogenic diet works for me, and the science behind it, is you have your macros, right? So you have protein, you have fat, and you have carbohydrates. Fat is going to be the most calorically dense food. Therefore, it's going to satiate you a hell of a lot longer than anything else. Like carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates, especially like sugar, have that higher glycemic index on your blood sugar. So when you eat them, yeah, you'll get your spike in energy, but it will quickly fall and then you'll crash, right? Complex carbs, potatoes, grains, rice, those are the better carbs, but I have just chosen a way of eating that's easier for me, which is that higher fat. And essentially what happens after a while, when you eat less than 20 grams of carbohydrates per day, your body is going to then look for an alternate fuel source. That alternate fuel source is going to be fat. Via the ketogenic process. It breaks down fat into energy with the help of ketones. So that's been working for me, which sounds crazy, but do your research. I can put links down below if you're interested. It just works. It works for me. The beginning sucks. I was super tired until my body was more adapted to using that alternate fuel source. But I can go and lift heavy weight 3 times a week with that Strong Lifts program. And in my previous video, I put some stats. I guess I can put some more stats down below today, but just in case you don't want to read, I'm decently strong for somebody who hasn't been consistently lifting their whole life. I have lifted throughout my whole life, the better part of 15 years, but never anything consistent or aiming towards a strength goal. So going off of that ketogenic diet, just to wrap this all together, that higher fat content will keep me sated for much longer, allowing me to eat less with a smaller portion and keep me fuller throughout the day. So for those of you who were interested in what I eat, my TDEE is close to like 2,800 calories per day. Right now I probably eat closer to like 1,700, which is a pretty steep cut, but man, I've got a lot to lose. So 1,700 calories a day, with about 150 plus grams of protein, like 150, 160 is what I aim for, 140 to 150 grams of fat, and then less than 20 grams of carbs. On the weekends, you know, we all have our vices. I do like to drink, you know, have something to drink on the weekends. I don't drink during the week or anything like that. But I tend to budget calories on the weekends, which I'll probably need to give up eventually, in strides. Okay, let's not be too hasty. All right, I'm not gonna do that quite yet. I'm making all these other life choices. All right, give me some credit. But I do budget my calories for things like that on the weekend, which are completely empty calories. They do nothing for you. In fact, it's kind of a hindrance, which I'm learning and suffering by allowing myself to do that. But alcohol is going to immediately, it's one of those things that when alcohol is introduced into your body, it is going to be the priority for being processed, which means that protein uptake for your muscles is going to stall. It's going to stop and come to a halt. Stalled, jeez. But, you know, this is me documenting the truth. You know, no filter, complete transparency. These are the things that I'm doing. If you have any advice for me, I mean, clearly it's going to be, we'll just quit drinking. Okay, well, all right, I will. But I'm not perfect, man. Like, I'm going to indulge in some of the things that I like to do still. So, all in all, remember, right? So, I like to eat, I like to drink, but I have to limit those things, right? I have to give up those things a little bit. I have to sacrifice, right? Sacrifice is kind of a pain point, right? And remember, the whole premise of this channel is pain now or pain later. Thanks, YouTube. Pain now or pain later? Is this dude drunk? No, dude, but for real. I like to take these videos in one take because I think that it really promotes how genuine I'm trying to get across to all of you. I don't want to have like a bunch of hack job and cuts and edits. I want you all to see me and my flaws. When I speak, I am a terrible public speaker. When I speak, I trip up all over myself and I stutter and my mouth gets dry, and I've also been known to have my voice crack. But yeah, pain now or pain later. Yeah, sorry about that. Pain now or pain later.